The end of an epic saga. You are damn right. This is Dune Part 3. Stay tuned. Hey, my friends. Welcome back to the comfortable setting of the Movie Monkeys Theatre for yet another trailer. And this one isn't for a summer blockbuster. No, this is Dune Part 3, which drops most territories worldwide, I believe, on the 18th of December in your local movie theatre. Now, that means we're already, even though we're in the middle of summer blockbuster season, we're already starting to see things that are going to be coming out in those key sort of Christmas vacation, school vacation period, that brilliant time where we get sort of from mid-December to mid-January with some awesome films, particularly, of course, as we get into the run-up to next year's Oscars. So anyway, let's get straight into Dune Part 3. There are a lot of questions that were left remaining at the end of Dune Part 2. You will know the answers to those if you have read Frank Herbert's Dune Messiah, upon which this is based, but many of you, like me, won't. So let's get straight into this. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We have so much exciting stuff coming up. We just need to get to 100 subscribers before we can do quite a bit of it. So let's go.
I busted you!
It's Paul and Channy.
You promised me that you would never take power in your name.
Well, power corrupts.
That this was your home.
Absolute power corrupts, absolutely.
What do you know about me?
Piercing blue eyes.
You have conquered the galaxy. You've destroyed thousands of worlds.
What are your thoughts on that?
We knew Jason Momoa's character was coming back to this film,
redemption.
but we don't necessarily know exactly in what form.
Why are you here?
To deliver a peace proposal.
Peace is a good thing. Why should I refuse?
Because it's meant to destroy you.
We plan to strike at the core of Imperial power.
Was that Robert
You
Pattinson's
intend to kill
character?
Paul?
Regime change.
Idiot. You've just signed our death warrants.
I found someone.
Was that Channy? Zendania?
The future has a way of talking
Maybe
to me.
not.
But I can't see what's ahead.
How does it feel to be human like everyone else, Paul Atreides?
I was about to say it looks like an absolute echo, which will be no surprise to anyone.
You sound like an Atreides.
I've been told I was one.
Forgive me for all I've done.
An amazing cast, great cast. Alrighty then. Wow. Okay, what do we think of that? So I was sort of saying, I was speaking to a mate about this, and I'll get into why I was speaking to a mate about this in a couple of minutes. But he was saying a number of questions that we'd have going into Part 3, following on from Part 2. We've been talking about this. Emperor Paul and his holy war. Consequences. ability to see all potential futures. Does that sort of put him in a prison, really? Because it prevents his ability to make decisions based on, I guess, instinct, his own knowledge, because it's, well, if I do this, I'm going to do... I mean, imagine that if we were all faced with, instead of deciding, shall I pop to the shops in the car today, or shall I just stay at home? And instead, you actually see, well, if I pop to the car, there's 100 different scenarios that could happen. If I stay home, there's 100 different things that I could do. You're now faced with 200 decisions. It's going to be freezing, isn't it? It's going to freeze you in just your inability to make a decision. So that'll be interesting. Chani leaving him after he was sort of forced to marry Princess Irulan, Florence Pugh. I think at the end, Moat was saying, was it Chani in a desert? Sandworm, where was she going? What was her purpose? You've got the rival factions all attempting to dethrone Emperor Paul. You got Robert Pattinson's character, villainous, I believe. What role is he going to play, either individually or with those factions? And as I mentioned during the trailer, we knew that Jason Momoa was coming back for Dune Part 3, but is it, and obviously looks the same, is it as that original character with all of their memories, or is it something else? And what is going to be Jason Momoa's character's purpose? So yeah, loads of questions going into this movie. Now, I will say, and please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I only take a minute out of these things to do that. But if you just ring that bell and click that like, it makes such a huge difference. And we've got live shows and live broadcasts and sync watch-alongs coming up. But only once we get past that 100 subscriber mark, and we're getting ever closer. And that's not bad for a channel that's only been around for 7 weeks. Back to the movie. So, hand on heart, I haven't seen Dune 1 or Dune Part 1 or Dune Part 2. My partner and I, we weren't in this house. I think we were in a rental which we had just on the street, just over there, by the way, when we first moved up to the Gold Coast. And I'm pretty sure we rented the movie. And when you rent it on streaming, before it becomes free on streaming, if you have the streaming service, you get like about 2 days, 48 hours. You get 48 hours to watch it, and I think you then get 24 hours from the time of starting the movie to watch it. We started it, but basically only got about 45 minutes into it. Nothing to do with the movie. We started it too late on a Friday or a Saturday evening. And then things caught up with us the next day, whatever we were doing, whether it was socials or whatever, we just never got around to it. And by the time we thought about it again, that 24-hour had passed since we first started it. We'd have to rent it again. That's like probably at the time $30 Australian. So we just didn't get around to it, and we've just never sat down and tried them again. So that's why I had a chat to one of my mates before doing this, because just quick call, just so I knew a little bit more about the movie. Now, how I'm going to flip this is I've been thinking about on the channel doing watch-alongs and reactions. So I watch a number of content creators on YouTube, and I was watching one the other day doing the TV show From. Love that show, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. From. Excellent horror-y, thriller-y type thing. And I was watching theirs. And, of course, when you're watching it on YouTube, basically it's an episode condensed down into, let's say, an episode of a TV show. So it's 45 minutes, condensed down into 30 minutes. And it's you're seeing, as the audience member, brief clips and lines of dialogue and music from that show, but you're watching their reaction to it. Now, I like that because I like watching some of those when I've already seen it, because I want to see what other people's impressions are and opinions are and where they think the story's going to go and are they right, are they wrong. But it's not interactive. Plus, it's very easy for those things to get copyrighted or get blocked by YouTube because you're using content. It's a bit different when you're doing a trailer. It still might be copyrighted, but they'll still let you show it. Anyway, not going to get into all of that kind of stuff. But what I've been thinking about is we might do some watch-along syncs on here. So once we start doing live shows, we would advertise it in advance. We'd go live and we would sync up. So I'd be watching the movie or the TV show on my screen. It wouldn't be playing on YouTube. No visuals, no audio. You'd be watching it on your home TV or on your device, but we'd both be able to interact with each other during the show. You know, what are we thinking? What thoughts? Oh my God, that just happened. Jesus! All that kind of jazz. So thinking about doing those. So that's a little bit of a nugget, which I wasn't expecting to drop during this one, but we have done it nonetheless because it happened to be Dune Part 3, which, as I said, I haven't actually seen Dune Part 1 or 2, at least I haven't seen Dune Part 1 all the way through, and I certainly haven't seen Dune Part 2. All right, everybody, thanks very much for joining us here on Movie Monkeys. We'll be back with more trailers very, very soon. Please let us know what your thoughts are on anything I've said in the comments. Please let me know what your thoughts are on the movie, where you think it's going to go. Maybe you've read Messiah, but don't give us any spoilers in the comments. And we will see you back here very soon for more trailer reactions and in the future some live shows, and we can get some interaction going. Take care, everybody. Peace.